New video fresh on your box. Stop, click, and watch. Ready, yet, get set. AMG's all that. What's up, my peoples? It is your boy AMG here, and chapter 930 has just dropped of One Piece. So let's get it. On the cover, we see Cracker throwing biscuits out of roofs while riding dolphins, which is super weird. It's a fan-made chapter of by OO, so that's I guess interesting. Let's get in the chapter. We open up on a town called Ibisu Town, which is, you know, the same name as the pervy dude in Naruto that had the sunglasses and was a Jonin that tried to train Naruto that Kakashi had him. So okay, that's new. We see an opening with people laughing, saying "Wah!" It says that people are dying and starving, but they're still laughing, which is, you know, it's new since Wano is just a place that looks like miserable, because we seen in Curry that people were just about to kill themselves because stuff was going so wrong. So that's brand new to me. We see Zoro saying, "They're so cheerful." And we see the guy who's with saying, "Oh, you're quite sharp. Everyone here looks happy, right? Because we are the only living creatures. Humans are the only ones in the world who can laugh. If you have the ability to laugh, why waste it?" Which, you know, it's that, I guess that's true, because, you know, there's no point in just dwelling on all the things that is wrong in your life, so you might as well make yourself happy. They say laughing is the best medicine, but to the extent it's kind of new. We see a little kid laughing, saying, "Mother, I'm hungry," and the woman laughing, saying, "I am too." So another dude said, "My tooth just fell out from, you know, having disease," and the other dude's like, "Even if it fell out, it's not like you can use it because we have no food." So, you know, just another crazy thing right there, which is unusual. I guess they kind of remind me of Koala when she was smiling because she just didn't want to get beat and stuff like that. So it's kind of another thing going on right there too, about just people trying to be happy so they won't get hurt, which is really sad. You see a lot of that in One Piece over the years, so it's just a message that I guess they feel like if they smile, then bad things won't happen to them, which is kind of sad. We see in the next page that somebody's saying, "Hey, this is the man I fell for." So I'm guessing this is Tonoyasu, which is okay. He did kind of seem like he was fell for Zoro at the first place, so that's new. And people are like, "Well, it must have been difficult walking around since you have this weird guy following you." Tony Yasu's talking back saying, "I'm the best sweet talker in the world." So it's like, it's kind of funny that they just have this attitude, which is just, you know, new, I guess. It's strange. And then people talking about Zoro just frowning and being stern and now smiling, and they, you know, everybody's smiling there, so I guess it's like bad juju. We also see that the dude that's been giving money to the poor, we all thought this person was Law, but it's a guy named Yoshimitsu. Everybody speculated it was Law in the first place because we thought he was running around stealing stuff, even though he was, but he wasn't giving it to the poor. Or we thought it was probably one of the samurai that Luffy and everybody are in good with, but it ends up being somebody else. It says he runs around the capital stealing money from the wealthy and wicked and then giving it to poor districts. So he's essentially like Robin Hood. So that's kind of cool that they have a character like that. It says that they have feasts and they're getting wealth and they're happy because of this. So you also see in the next page that someone's saying, "Luck will come to those who smile." So basically they're just like stepping out on the faith and just trying to be happy and just rolling with the punches, and whatever comes. We also see that they're offering Zoro clean water, which is weird because we see that the well is kind of look broken and dried up. So it's a wonder where they're getting this clean water from. Maybe the Robin Hood figure brought them water or something like that. So that's new too. There was like, and then we see Zoro again. He's having a stern face and everybody's talking about him not being happy. And they're like, "Your luck will run out if you don't smile." That's what everybody calls this face. the Ibisu face. Ibisu is the god of fishing. He's also the god of luck, the god of business, and he's also one of the 3 fortune gods. Now, in his story, he was born without bones. Sometimes in other stories, he was born without legs and arms. He was born crippled, so he actually became the god of fishing after his original mother cast him out and someone else found him, so he became a legend among the fishermen. But as he grew older, he ended up getting his legs and growing arms, but still remaining crippled and also being deaf too. So he also stayed, he was always mithril and, auspicious. So hence he got the name the Laughing God, which is also a good fact of life too, because if you're going through a lot of struggles, you surround yourself with people that make you happy and things that make you happy, and try to get through this so you won't go to dark places. So that's actually a good way to look at it, and a good fact of life that you should go by as well too. So now we know why the town is called Ibisu, because Ibisu is the god of luck, and why everybody's smiling, because smiling brings you luck. So that's pretty cool too, that we get that little tidbit in myths that Oda is sprinkling around Wano with all the Japanese lore, and I love mythology and stuff like that, so this is pretty amazing. Getting back to the chapter, we see Yasu saying, "Poverty can't defeat us, and crying won't make us richer, not laughing would just be a waste, a massive waste." So that's, laughing, making yourself happy when things are going wrong, when things are just down, when you're just in the dumps and things look like they ain't turning around, which is pretty cool. I really was like feeling weird about this character first. I was just like, I really don't like this character. But now that they have this little part right here, I'm really liking his kind of personality, and the personality of these people's not just dwelling on the troubles and just trying to make yourself happy while you can, which is really a real fact of life in the real world, which is amazing. I love that Oda put that little bit in there. Now we see the chapter move to Onigashima, where we see that someone saying they're coming from the southwestern sea. Sink them, don't let that old hag enter the country, which is probably Kaido and his subordinate going back and forth. And old hag, we already know he's talking about Big Mom. We see Big Mom's climbing the waterfall that Luffy and them are climbing, and she's using the koi fish. So it's weird that she already knows how to actually get up in here already. And they're just saying, like, Kaido's one of his subordinates is saying, her intelligence network is amazing for her to even know. And they're like, deflect the cannonballs, she's shooting cannonballs. We see Big Mom yelling, "Oh, I have arrived, Kaido." And she says she's gonna get back Zeus too. So wow, that's a hell of a demand. She going balls deep up in here, right? Like, the fact that she's saying all this, that's crazy. We see that she brought raisin, brownie, Mont d'Or, smoothie, galette, and Pearl Sparrow, and someone I really freaking hate, Flampe. They're in the foreground of this page. She brought some pretty heavy hitters with her, which is surprising. The only one I don't see is Katakuri, but I'm not surprised. I wouldn't think they would just put him back in the chapter after him losing and Big Mom just getting mad about it. And we just see Kaido yelling, saying, "Don't let her in, you idiots, what are you doing? Wreck your ship, destroy your ship." Don't let her in. And we see that they're talking about the people she brought, and this is, she brought a couple brats, and Kaido's like, "Those are her executives. If they land on Wano, it'll be an all-out war." So it's crazy. I'm not sure if Kaido's scared of her or what, but that's crazy. And we just see Pearl Sparrow and Smoothie are in awe that the ship can climb the water fountain because of the koi. So, that's still pretty awesome. And really cool that they tied in the legend of the koi fish and the dragon with this too, which is, pretty cool because the dragons are at the top. But the next page is crazy. We see King's Zoan form. This dude is basically a pterodactyl. Like, the fact that he's a flying dinosaur, and he knocks the Big Mom ship and the crew members back in the water, and Big Mom falls overboard. Now, crazy. I'm wondering how they're gonna fish her out. Are they going to use Sparrow because he can use his candy and make things that can flow underwater? Or was it no? Because actually it was on the surface, so that's not even true. But Big Mom fell in the water. How are they going to get her out? Because pretty much all her kids are devil fruit users, so that's gonna be something that's gonna be surprising to see. But literally King flips over the whole boat, so he said bye bye Big Mom. That's crazy. Falls back down the water, falling back in the water, just like what Jinbei made her do when he pushed her off the boat. So now she's just gonna be soaked. That's crazy. Now we see that the chapter is opening back up on the Flower Capital, where we see Sanji, Usopp, Frankie, and Law running. And I'm pretty sure it's Usopp saying, do we have to run away too? And it's like, you beat up, and someone else is saying, you beat up one of them too. So I'm like, one of them too. Did Usopp hit somebody? Because I don't remember him ever doing it. I thought he was just there eating soba. And then Sanji's like, they're only pursuing soba shop owners. So it's like, really, Usopp, you just gonna ditch your crew like that? And they're like, we gotta run away because they're gonna be hunting the whole crew. We don't want to put Robin and Nami in danger, which I'm pretty sure it was Sanji saying something like that. Then we see Law saying, if you guys get caught, don't say anything about the samurai or the mink tribe. Keep your mouth closed and die. And then we see Usopp saying, scary. Luffy would say something like that. I'm more realistic. And Frankie's like, can't you hide your face and fight him? And then Law's like, if I had 100% chance, then definitely I would do this. But if we get any kind of injury for the final battle, then this will be a risk to our plans to fight Kaido, which we already know he's tactful. He's a tactician. It's kind of like Blackbeard in that way. Like, if he can't win by 100%, then he ain't going in because that's just stupid. Like, why be reckless? And we see Usopp gets all mad, like, who said you're acting captain, bro? Like, everybody know I'm the vice captain. Like, what you doing over here? Everybody know who I am. I am God Usopp. And Usopp's like, if I get caught, I'm spilling the beans to save myself. And it's like, bro, really, Usopp? That's how you are? You gonna do your whole crew like that? You do all your friends like that? Wow. Just wow. We see Sanji yelling back at him, don't screw with me, you bastard. If that's how it's gonna be, I'm gonna protect you with my life. And it's like, wow, really? And we see Usopp says, yay, it worked. So that's basically what he wanted. He tried to use reverse psychology on Law and Sanji and Frankie so they could protect him. That's funny as hell. Usopp just, the comedy is still on point. It's funny as hell. And we see Laws yelling at them like, stop messing around. Then we see in the bottom panel, as Frankie, Usopp, Law, and Sanji are running, the top of a roof of a house, it breaks off and then falls to the ground and almost hits a whole bunch of villagers and everybody that's just walking around. And we see the entry of page 1 coming out eating soba noodles, where he destroyed a soba shop because he's looking for Sunguro, or Sanji if you will, and he's just destroying it. And we see the wife is like, now that we don't have this shop, we can't live in the Flower Capital anymore because they're not making money. So that's pretty sad that they just destroyed their livelihood. And we see that page 1's like, hey, call out Sunguro so he can come get this ass whooping since he's the one who messed everything up. Which is like, whoa. He was like, oh, call him out for me. Call him out. He was like, come out, song girl. It's time to play. Which is that's funny. That's funny and that's, scary at the same time. And then we see him say, next time I think I'll eat fruit. Like, okay, he wants to have a balanced diet. That's cool. You gotta stay healthy or whatever. Now we see Sanji is running to go fight him, and we just heard Law just say, if I would fight them if I had 100% chance of winning, but since I don't, I'm not going to. And Sanji's just like, I'm about to go because I can't just let this happen and me not do anything about it since this was my fault in the first place. Sanji jumps up and comes down with a foot on page 1's head and knocks him to the ground. And we really see how big he is. He's pretty big, not the size of Kaido, but he's pretty huge. And everybody's like, oh, he actually came to come fight him? He actually showed his face? He's like, yeah, Sanji ain't no punk, man. Yeah, you know what it is. It's go time. When it's go time, he ready to go. You know, he had a Luffy moment real. Like, you know Luffy is his captain because he did some stuff like that. But then we see Page One get up, like, kind of like it was nothing. And we see him calling and reporting to all the other people. So like Drake and Hawkins telling him he sees the target, and the target is on 6th Street in the 2nd District. And the other people are like, roger that, we're coming to your location immediately. So it's going down. So everybody's about to be there. So man, that's just why it's about to get crazy. And we see everybody's like, yo, why did you come here? This is my livelihood. Now that Drake and Hawkins have come, everything's gonna be destroyed. And Sanji was like, oh, we can't have no injuries, and this guy seems to not know who I am, so I'm gonna finish this idiot quickly, although it would be nice to recruit some more people. So he's basically saying if he takes down one of these people, it would make it look good, so he can have more people come to his side, because there's a more powerful, you know, organization going on opposing Kaido. So that's cool too. But man, he said, I'm going to finish him quickly since he doesn't know my true identity, and take him down. And we're like, Sanji, where you getting all this confidence from, bro? You do realize they're under the calamities. So it goes Kaido, the calamities, then the heavies. Like, bro, okay, Sanji's like, yeah, I'm about to take him down. I'm like, wow, okay, back up, hold on, bro, you need to chill out. But we see Sanji in the last panel looking all smug, throwing the Germa 66 armor up in the air. Like, bro, you about to use it now though? Like on one of these dudes? I was hoping you was gonna wait to use this on one of the calamities, but oh well, I thought you was gonna use this on Queen. But oh well, I mean, it's good to see what he can do now. And we just, Sanji's just sitting up there, just standing up there looking all smug and cool with a cigarette in his mouth. Let's like, right, let's go. I'm about to handle this. Like, wow. But that's crazy, man. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. My name is AMG, and remember, anime, manga, and gaming is all that, and I'm out.